Hello, everyone. Definitely make sure you're sharing this space out there. Hit the bottom right uh, plus sign. It's how it works. So hit the plus sign. Start getting the word out. We'll do a better job of that ourselves as well. But I hope everyone is doing well today and on this wonderful Friday afternoon. And we'll give it a little time here for people to jump in and before we get started. So yeah, as they're coming in, please share the link, spread the word, and I'll actually try to do it from our. And if you haven't already, make sure you're following our official Shibnobi wallet, Shibnobi_wallet. It's at Shibnobi_wallet and at Shibnobi_swap. Following those Twitters, those are ours, and looks like we are ready to rock and roll. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the 161st live AMA for Shibnobi Incorporated. My name is Spiro Palmer, also known as Shibnobi Strong, and we are here on this lovely Friday, the 24th of June, and it's roughly 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please be mindful and know that anything you hear on our AMA is not financial advice. Shibnobi AMA is a live meeting that is being recorded and streaming to other video, audio, and social media platforms. By continuing to be in this meeting, you are consenting to being recorded. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and introduce Cliff Fettner, CEO, co-founder. How's it going, Cliff?
Good, Strong. How you doing?
Doing good, thanks. Doing good. It's a live, active day. Got a lot of people asking about our, to get to a lot of projects that are new that are wanting to use our software and also get on our swap. So it seems like there's a lot of activity there that I'm excited to be talking to them about and talking to these other devs. And they are really looking forward to moving forward with what we have going on. In addition to that, the community seems to be live. We also have all these contests going on. And we'll touch on those in just a second. How are you doing today?
I am doing good. We've been spending a lot of time today actually talking about NFTs. I've made some mention and talked about how we are very close to launching our own first line of NFTs. I'm going to have a little bit more news about that probably come next week. There'll be there's actually going to be another line of NFTs that we're going to tie into. That I'm not going to say a whole lot about now, but I'll get more information about that next week. Yeah, we spent most of the day talking about NFTs and our line getting ready to release, and then how we've actually got a couple of other lines that are already in the works and being developed right now. We're working on different ways that we're going to utilize the NFTs within the ecosystem. So lots of good things. Even even going to be all kinds of stuff. We've got some different brainstorming sessions going on right now for additional ways that we can utilize the NFTs. I mean, even things like the new merch store that's getting ready to come out, being able to use the NFTs to get discounts on merch, and being able to use them in the metaverse once it comes out, and then even other discounts within some of the other parts of the ecosystem that we've got. So all kinds of cool things that we've been discussing this morning, and really kind of excited. We've got a one of the lines we're working on right now that is going to be. Let's say there'll be special guest appearance in that line, so that'll be kind of cool. There'll be with that, but that's turning into also we're developing out the entire NFT marketplace. So the first line will launch on just a state. We'll have our own minting page and things like that, and we'll go that route for the first series. But we are going to, in subsequent runs, it will all eventually tie back into our own NFT marketplace that's in development right now. It'll be a standalone marketplace, and then kind of like something like OpenSea, but our own version of it. But that marketplace has got actually a lot of hooks into what we're doing, because it's going to be integrated slightly with the metaverse. Is going to be integrated with the Shibnobi Play that's coming, and there's just a lot of cool stuff that's happening with that. So yeah, that's been mostly my day to day, is kind of looking at how we're going to start tying all the NFT stuff together within the different products we have in the ecosystem.
That's incredible. That ties into everything that I've been saying. And that's one of the, and with all the other stuff I've been talking to some of these projects about, and what their interest is, that side hasn't even come up yet for it. So that, it's just everything from helping them get launched to, or if they're already launched, helping them get on the swap and get bridged over to the other to the other chains.
Oh yeah, I mean,
endless.
100%. I mean, there's been so much interest now from projects about wanting to get onto the bridge. Some of them are existing tokens already that are out there that want to bridge to another chain. Others are projects. Actually, we're getting a lot of interest from projects that haven't even launched yet that are looking to us to help do contracts for them. And then when we do it, build the bridge contract into the initial one, so they'll actually have dynamically adjusting total supplies based upon who's going across the bridge. That was one of the things that I had mentioned when we did the bridge, was that it would be it's going to be a really cool feature for projects that want to get on it actually right from the beginning, from their very, very first chain, because not only will subsequent chains dynamically adjust the total supply depending upon whether people are, people transferring across the bridge from one chain to another, but it'll happen actually on their initial one, actually launch their initial chain with us. So there's a lot of cool things. A lot of people have been really interested in that. We've been working on ways that we're going to be able to promote those partner projects that go through the whole process with us to get the KYC. Again, because that's still above everything else. We're requiring anybody that wants to get on our swap and to go through these processes with us, they have to go through the KYC process with Certic, who we're partnered with. So still, trying to add a little bit extra level of protection, but yeah, lots of projects are starting to come to us now, and I think right now we're talking to about 6 different projects right now to try to see about getting them on the bridge or launching contracts with them, and very excited about where some of that's heading, and then the whole plan that we were putting together now to offer marketing for them. So it's not just us even getting helping them get launched or on the bridge, but it's helping them get their name out within our community. So we'll be presenting to all of you guys some of these projects that are coming up, and you'll be able to see them, to hear them, to talk to them. We'll be doing AMAs with them. There's so many cool things right now going on. So very excited.
Absolutely, and I think that was one of the questions that had come up earlier when we were first doing this with Shibnobi Swap and doing the AMAs with some of these projects, saying, well, how is this benefiting Shibnobi? And then so now we've actually we've heard the community and we're capitalizing on that, and also it's a mutually beneficial kind of thing where we're the project, our community will benefit from that as well. So we're putting together different packages for these projects that have an offer that includes what to Cliff's point, what he was talking about, introducing them to our community. So it's going to be something that is also rewarding us as community members and as a project.
Well, I mean, not only that, but I mean, we're getting ready to announce probably by the beginning of next week. There's going to be a whole thing, even that we're going to incentivize our community to help bring in projects, because one of the things that we want to do, obviously, is get Shibnobi Swap to be a primary swap that's used. We're cross-chain. We're obviously right now we're on Ethereum and BSC. Polygon is getting ready to release. We're getting ready to with the updated V2 package. Polygon is getting ready to release here very shortly. We're looking at others after that, like AVAX and maybe Kronos and some others. So we're going to be truly having a swap, that is cross-chain, and we want to really ramp up how many people are on it and getting more usage out of it. So we're going to be incentivizing our community, and basically, if you guys find projects that want to get listed on the swap, or even if you find projects that haven't launched yet, that have a concept, an idea, and bring them to us, that we help them maybe do their contracts and get them on the bridge and on multiple chains and, all that stuff, and get them on the swap. We're going to be offering, starting next week, incentives of payouts in Shinja for any successful listings onto our ecosystem across the swap and the bridge and things like that. So, we're going to incentivize our community to get involved and try to help bring more people into the swap.
Absolutely. And that the more that the Shibnobi swap is getting used and the more transactions that go on, the buybacks and burns that will occur on that thing, if we become even a tenth of what Uniswap is, if we can aim that goal, it's just going to be tremendous. I believe it's like $1.25 million per day in buybacks and burns or something. Someone was doing some calculations in the VC, and they came with this, and I was like, man, if that's true, and I didn't go through and confirm it, but just the amount, if we get this thing to be mainstream, it is just next level. I believe we can do that. I truly believe we can do that, especially with
just since BCS token, our BCS token launched strong. We've already burned burned 16 quintillion tokens.
Yeah, that's nuts, and so that's amazing. And as you know, if those who remember what a quint used to cost when in the bull market, in the bull run, that adds up quick. And of course, as we get more used to it, and this is like in a bear trend, right? So I can definitely see how that could just add up really quick. And this is, and then of course, as we expand onto other chains, and then those chains actually get more awareness and more usage out of it, and we just grow the ecosystem. It's just awesome. So when we do start introducing, we start doing AMAs. We're going to have different AMAs for the swap communities, the projects that get on the swap through the swap Twitter space. So if you haven't had a chance, you just jumped in here, please go to our @Shibnobi_swap and make sure you follow that. That's an official one for us. And we'll be doing some spaces from there. And when we do, come show your support. Just show up and listen, hear some of these projects out. It also shows that to them that we're unified and strong, and that's what they're looking for. And we are vetting them out to try to make sure that we're being selective in who we're bringing into the project, and to give everyone the best chance at having a lot of success. So not all of them will be, but hopefully a good chunk will be, and that'll just help our ecosystem. So that's all good stuff. Excellent there. And be sure to be sharing this Twitter space as well. Hit the plus sign at the bottom right corner. Share the space out there. Let's get some more people in here. And then before we open it up to the community, I figured we'd go ahead and touch over the current contest that we have in the works. One is that's active, which is the July 4th contest, which started, I believe, on the 21st, on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Which was, if anyone is purchasing 1 quint worth of tokens on either Binance, BNB or Ethereum for Shinja, they will receive. They are entered in a chance to win an additional quint. So any 1 quint purchase gets you an entry. And in honor of the 4th of July, this contest is going to go on to the 4th of July at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The winners will be announced on the 6th during the AMA at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so this will give, on the 4th of July, there will be 4 winners picked. 2 on the Ethereum blockchain side for Shibnobi and Shinja, and then 2 on the BNB side. And every quint purchase gives you an entry, a chance to win an additional quint. And then, of course, we have the one that Cliff came up with yesterday, which is pretty exciting. And we are finalizing the graphics for this. That's going to enable at least a base for a graphic for anyone who wraps their car, at least with a full back window perf or side doors as minimum of coverage on a vehicle, will and once we get to 15 vehicles that do this.
No, hold on, because you're mixing them up. So there's 2 parts to this. So the first part is we're going to do within a month. We're gonna open it up so that people can submit a design. So if you want to wrap your vehicle, whether it's a tractor trailer, whether it's a cargo van, whether it's a truck, whether it's a car, if you wrap it, come up with your own designs, your unique design, highlighting, Shibnobi and the new branding, not the old branding, but the new branding. We're gonna basically, once we have 15 people that have submitted, a minimum of 15 people, obviously hopefully more, but a minimum of 15 people with that, then we were gonna go basically and have a panel of people that are gonna judge those, and we're gonna award the top 3 spots with prizes. So that the number 1 winner would get $2,500 prize. The number 2 will get a $1,500 prize, and the number 3 will get a $1,000 prize. Now, that is to kick off something that we're doing to help increase brand awareness. So anybody that wants to participate, and even if you don't necessarily want to design something, because we've had a lot of interest from people wanting to design something, but if you don't want to design it, we are putting together and should hopefully have available. I'm hoping this weekend a graphics package that you can take and you can put on your car, like Strong was saying, across at least the back window or on the sides. I mean, obviously you can do as much as you want, but it's got to at least be that much. It's got to at least be the back window or on both sides of the car, something on the doors. But if you do that, we're actually going to pay you in Shinja tokens. So for each month, there's going to be a process, or actually each week, there's going to be a process where you're going to have to check in with us, prove that you're still doing it, and those details will be gone over with you when you ask for the graphics details, because we're basically going to open up an account basically for you. But if you show and you prove that you're doing it, and you're driving around with this on, you're going to get paid every month in Shinja tokens. You're going to get a payment of $200 in Shinja tokens for any car or truck, and $300 in Shinja token for any tractor trailer or cargo van. So that's something else that we did to just help try to push brand awareness and get our name out in across the world, really. So this is open to anybody anywhere.
Okay, awesome. So, well, I guess there was a misunderstanding last night as well, then, because it was so just to be clear on that. So those people that choose their own as part of that competition to try to create and be the most creative and gets the panel that chooses them, that one that they keep on their car still qualifies them for the extra additional income every month too, correct?
Correct. Yes, that's correct.
Okay. I think there was
as long as it follows the new branding, not the old branding.
Well, that's why I thought, and I'm not trying to murky the waters here, but I think a lot of people understood it the way I did, which is that there would be a base layer where we offered the QR code for them, the QR code that they're going to get, plus the logo and the shibnobi.com, and they would add to that.
So sorry. Yes. I mean, there is some minimum requirement, and the minimum requirement was that you have to have at least the new logo, you have to have the new QR code, and you have to have at least shibnobi.com in there, incorporated in it somewhere. So yes, that will come in that branding package that we're going to release for when people request it to participate. But as far as the competitive design and winning the competition, for the first, second, and third place, those I would expect that people are going to get much more creative. We're looking for the creative side of people to come out and show us what you can do, show us what you can design, and the best ones are going to win those top 3 prizes.
Got it. So this incentivizes the creativity, and then also those who might be like myself who can't create art like that. That if I were to put it on there, obviously being a part of the team, I don't qualify for that. But but for someone like me who's not as creative and thinking, man, I can't do this, I can't be a part of this. Well, actually, you can, because you can just get the graphics that we'll send out. And the way you can get those, if you're interested, if you're not on Telegram and you're just in here, DM me here. It's gonna go through me, and I'm creating a spreadsheet that's going to track all this stuff. We're going to be able, and then we have a way that we're going to be able to verify that you're actually doing it, and so that you're actually still have it on your car and driving your car. We have a mileage tracker that I'm setting up in the spreadsheet. We'll do a little video or something to show us, right? And we'll be able to track this to the best way that we can remotely. But if you're interested in getting these graphics and being a part of this part of it, please DM me here on Twitter.
And not only that, but yeah, to touch on what part of what Strong was just talking about is, so well, the reason we said that at a minimum, you've got to have, the Shibnobi logo and name, the shibnobi.com, and the QR code. Now, the QR code is a critical piece, because one of the things that we're also going to do with the QR code to make this a little bit more fun is that everybody's QR code, it will lead back to shibnobi.com, but that QR code will be your individual QR code. So it is going to be tailored for you. There'll be information in that basically gives you like a reference number, so we know it's you. So we're going to actually track statistics of how much traffic we get through your individual QR code. And what we will do is the top producers per month, okay, that get the most traffic that come through their QR code, there'll be some additional incentives and extra prizes that we'll do every month for the top winners.
That's awesome. Things like merch, possibly some extra token, maybe some extra coin. Who knows?
Yep,
So
it'll vary. It'll vary.
Awesome. It'll
Yep.
vary. That's yep. And I forgot to touch on that. I did touch on that in the main chat in the Telegram. That was pretty cool. So that's pretty awesome that we can do that. So then you can actually see it. And then I'll tell you what else I think would be cool is whoever gets the most, the top three, that if they get a lot of activity, maybe you and I, Cliff, maybe we'll jump down there and do a special trip, show up and do like a street, get on the street and go out there and talk to talk to people in the streets and say, hey, and we'll show up there with our merch, giving away some merch, talking about crypto, maybe get KB to come join us and video it, just like we did down there in Miami when we were doing that. I think that was pretty effective. So who knows what this could lead to. Maybe we'll do a party in your town. So a meet and greet in your town.
So we're going to start out with this, when this will go on the vehicles, and you'll have this QR code on there. So obviously you're going to want to promote when you get your individualized QR code. You're going to want to promote it. You're going to want to get people to, take. Go through your link. You're going to want to explain it to people, tell people about it, get people to scan it, because the more activity that's coming in, you'll rack up points basically. Right. Now, however, that's the first stage. Next stage, a little bit further down the road, is we may offer these QR codes to anybody, and the more traffic and things that come in, and the more that the brand is the name has gotten out there, and people are coming through anybody's links, we may do prizes per month from the top followers. But for right now, we're going to start through the car program, the wrapping of vehicles, or the trucks to cars, tractor trailers, and stuff like that. So, but we're going to see how it does well. We'll expand it out so that anybody can possibly register for just an individual QR code.
That's it. So if you're interested in this, you DM me here, which is direct message me here in Twitter or in Telegram. You can do that, but direct message me in here and start off by saying, I want the files. I want the vector files, or I want the files. Because I get so many DMs that those ones will stick out to me, and I'll pop up to those. They'll get first dibs because I'll know you want to be part of the contest, and I'll make sure that. And as soon as we get them available, and right now our graphics guy happens to be traveling to India, so he's on a plane. But as soon as he is able to get settled, we will get those. I don't know, the next couple of days, I believe we should probably be able to get those. Maybe by the early next week, we'll have those files. We'll get this whole thing vamped up and running. I'll be asking you for some information that I'll enter into the spreadsheet, and we'll, that'll include things. When it comes time, we'll include things like wallet address or whatever. But it's only going to come. You have to DM me first. Just to be clear, I am not DMing you. So anyone DMing you first is a scammer. Cliff's not DMing you. I'm not DMing you. That's why you have to DM me. You have to message me first. I will not DM you first. That'll open up and initiate the thread between us, which will be safe and secure between me and you. So let's be clear on that. All exciting stuff there. Absolutely. So with that said, I definitely want to give the other half of the time that we have here for our community members for any comments. I noticed some people had their hand up earlier. Your avatar hand went down. Please, if you have request to speak, if you'd like to join up here and have any questions, comments, or just want to say hello to the community and introduce yourself, please come on up.
I want to give a shout out to Nelson Cruz. I was just checking out his profile picture. Nice. I saw how he took our logo and stuck it on his shirt, and he's got it in his profile there in his header. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool. Let's see. Oh, I see a request coming in. There it is. Oops. So, all right. It looks like Crypto News is jumping up for a request here to speak. Crypto News, once your mic is connected, feel free to. That's the one thing about Twitter Space. These take. There you go. Now you can unmute yourself and you can speak or turn on your mic. How's it going?
Hello, my dear. Excuse me. I want to talk about for business in crypto. Is Ocean's Finance is very good and sent to all people of Ocean's Finance and BUST. Now, this time is for buy and please check listed in coin market. Ocean's Finance.
I'm not quite sure I understood the question. Cliff, did you understand the question at all? I'm not quite sure.
I did not.
Okay,
Can
so
you?
is there maybe what's your question? If you wouldn't mind repeating the question. I understand you were talking about you were happy about some interest going on in other parts of the world with BNB side, but could you, if you wouldn't mind giving me your question, just your question. Sir, go ahead. Oh, my Crypto News, and just give me if you can just give us the question, that would be helpful. I think maybe we can catch it.
I talk about Ocean's Finance and Ocean's Finance listed in coin market cap.
Okay, so you're talking about, well, that's not, we're actually Shibnobi. So this project is Shibnobi. Are you familiar with Shibnobi?
All information in coin market cap. Please check, but this time is very good for buy and a very good currency. Ocean's Finance have a two reward and sent you token of Ocean's.
Okay, sorry, we're not here to shill other projects, my brother, but thank you for that information. And I'm going to go ahead and open up the mic for Shinja Will. Shinja Will, go ahead and open up your mic. You can feel free to speak.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.
How you doing?
Yes, for the mining community, what would it take for us to get listed on a mining exchange so we can mine Shinja?
Well, when we release the blockchain, we're gonna be actually allowing people to license validator nodes. But are you talking about when we release the blockchain with Shinja coin, or are you talking about now with just the token?
I think responded.
Strong, you're breaking up.
Oh shoot! Of course I am. Let me turn on maybe my Wi-Fi.
Oh, there you are. That's better. That's better.
Okay, so Shinja Will, what we need from you is if you would. I had to mute your mic because you got a lot of background static. So you can open up your mic to respond to Cliff, but if you wouldn't mind closing your mic when you're done, so that way we can all hear Cliff's response, that would be helpful.
Okay. So on the token side of it, for the people that mine, what would it take for us to get on a site so we can Shinja just a token on either the BSC side or the Ethereum side?
I don't know. I would have to look into it. I've never really looked into that to date. I know I've seen some of those sites, but I don't really know the details on how they're doing that. I mean, like I said, we have plans that once we release our blockchain, obviously people will be able to run validator nodes on the network, but I have not looked into anything for just the token. Is there a particular site you're talking about?
Not particularly. I was recently looking into getting into mining, and I saw on a couple of sites that they had like things like Safe Moon and other altcoins, and I was considering us potentially getting on one so I could potentially mine some of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look into it because I'll be honest with you, that's not something that I've dealt with before. As far as tokens, typically miners when real mining, you're validating transactions and things on a blockchain. This being that they're tokens that are there's already a total supply released, that works differently. And I know there are projects out there that are doing that, but I'm not really sure how that works. I'd have to try to find one and look into it. If there's a recommendation for one that you're looking at, send it our way. I'm always happy to look into new things.
Okay, that'll work.
There you go. Transparency at its finest, and also the confidence I have. Once Cliff he has it on his radar, and he's able to do the research. And when that stuff comes up, he really picks it apart and dials it in. And so I love that. So anyway, that's all good stuff there. And thank you very much, Shinja Will. Appreciate you, brother. You have yourself a wonderful weekend.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
You got it. All right, and then we did have. Where did that gentleman go? Someone had their hand up earlier. If you guys had your request, if you requested to speak and you have been, your hand went down, please. Oh, there we got one here. We got Loon Sea Whale. Let's see, or Luntz Whale. Let's see. Give it a second to connect. Anyone else who had a request to speak, please jump back up here. I'll get you up here, just one at a time. All right, go ahead, sir. You can open up your mic.
Hi, Cliff. Good afternoon. I just had a quick question. Wanted to know if you guys are planning on consolidating your token in the near future.
Yeah, we've been asked before if we're going to do like a V2 or something, and no, there is not a plan right now to do a V2.
Perfect. That's all. Hope you gentlemen have a nice day. Thank you.
Thanks.
You too. Appreciate you. Have a wonderful weekend. All right. Okay, there we go. We got Abidali Khan. Let's get you up here, Abidali Khan. As soon as your connection is complete, you can open up your mic. And then after Abidali Khan will be VNZ. So VNZ, I'll unmute you now, but let's be please. All right, go ahead. Let's try again, Abidali Khan. You seem to be having a bad connection. So if we can get your connection to work, you will be first. All right, there you go.
Our blockchain.
Oh, when is the blockchain going to launch? Good question. They're already doing some work on it, right, Cliff? Go ahead.
Oh, well, we're well along with it, but the blockchain right now is scheduled to launch the end of Q3 for this year.
How many time?
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that?
When launch?
End of quarter 3.
End of Q3.
Yep.
And our next listings.
Oh, he's working on listings right now.
For Shibnobi swap, you're talking about?
I think he means exchanges.
Oh, well, the exchanges right now. So, yeah, I can give an update on that. So we're already gotten on BKEX and DigiFinex is almost finalized. I've got a total of 7 of them that are getting the BCS token listed on them. So when you go on them now, you'll have the option for either the BSC network or the Ethereum network that you can transact Shinja on.
MEXC exchange and Gate.io. When?
Well, Gate.io, we decided not to go with. We were pursuing them initially, but then they had some restrictions and they closed off some countries that they were offering their services to. So that actually made it so it was huge because I think there was 24 countries. Cliff, wasn't that right?
Yeah.
20. Yeah. So we decided not to pursue them because of the return.
Well, it can't. Yeah, right now it can't even be done because of that. But MEXC we had looked at before. I don't know if we may or may not do that one, but that one's not currently being worked on.
And what about Binance?
Well, Binance and crypto.com, they're going to be, once we can get to a big enough volume level, which is the reason why we're listing on all these other, tier 2 exchanges right now to get our volume up. Right now, we're averaging about $7 to $7.5 million in daily volume, and we've got to get to at least 15 to 20 million in order to be able to list on them with, and maintain that daily volume. So we've been adding more of the tier 2s, and that was also why partly expanding out to BSC. I mean, that had multiple reasons. One was to help also get new holders in from the BSC side to increase volume there as well. But then two, because obviously all of our products are cross chain, so we're going to be on all of the different chains that our products work on.
And sir, particularly when our blockchain release, but particularly date.
So end of quarter 3, is that what you're saying? You're asking again when the blockchain will be released?
Yes, blockchain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What are
So
the ending?
yeah,
it's the end of Q3 is where we're scheduled for right now. End of quarter 3 for this year.
Means July end.
So July would be end of that'd be more like
that would be the beginning of Q3.
Yeah, that's the beginning. So the quarters come when he says quarter.
So
each quarter is 4 months of a fiscal year of a year, right? So January 1st is the beginning of the first quarter.
When our blockchain release, so price will 1000x pump.
It'll be around the end of September. So basically, end of Q3 is around the end of September.
There you go.
September, confirm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abdali. Appreciate your question, sir.
And
you have yourself
go ahead. I gave an update on this also the other day, but just to let you know, we've actually just begun going through our testnet and mainnet testing. So we're far enough along now that we're actually in testing on testnet and mainnet.
Correct. Questions there,
I request you to please, as soon as possible, release our blockchain. Thank you.
We're working on it, and that's the plan. If we can speed it up at all, we will try to do that. But I'm not going to make any promises right now. We're still sticking to our original timeline of the end of Q3, end of September. We're working hard to try to do it as quick as possible.
Yes, they are. Yes, we are 100%. And so, Liquid Tension, brother, you're first, and then it's going to be Dream Wizard Phoenix. I see you there. So Liquid's first, and then Phoenix, and then it's going to be Mohammed after that. So what's up, Liquid? How you doing, brother?
Yes, sir. How's it going, Strong? Hey, Cliff.
How you doing?
What's up?
Good. Just a simple question. As far as the rear window wrap thing, what would be the? I'm guessing there's a mileage requirement or a minimum mileage for that contest.
Yes, that is correct. That is one of the with the check-in weekly that you'll have to provide is mileage driven. Correct.
So he's asking if there's going to be a minimum requirement of miles, and I kind of thought it'd be a case by case. I mean, if I'm seeing it, I'm going to be keeping track of these things, and I mean, what are we thinking? Like 50 miles a week or something like that as a minimum requirement? What do you think, Cliff?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking probably more like 100, because most people drive at least 100 miles in a week just going back and forth to work.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But, I think to Liquid Tension's point in the VC earlier that some people don't drive as much. And I was thinking, well, I'm guessing those people wouldn't be wrapping their car so much. But
probably not.
But I think, we'll look at it. And if those come up, Liquid Tension, if you have those guys.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to receive our newest updates.